Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of PCTV's new weekly show, the Friar Sports Desk. We are your hosts, Angelo Marciano
and Danielle Demisay. We provide you with the need-to-know in sports at PC, as well as your favorite pro sports teams.
From the soccer field to the basketball court and even the lacrosse field, PCTV will be here to cover it all for you.
The men's soccer team posted a 2-0 record last week. On Tuesday, October 18th, the Friars defeated Pittsburgh 1-0 in Pittsburgh. Freshman Marcos Ugarte scored the lone goal of the match. On Friday, October 21st, Providence posted a 2-1 road win over West Virginia in a match that aired live on Fox Soccer Channel. Junior Mark Cintron scored a career-high 2 goals, including the game winner with a 3:40 left in the second half to lead Providence. The Friars clinched a Big East playoff spot for the 7th consecutive season. Providence will complete its regular season home schedule on Wednesday, October 26th at 3 p.m. against Notre Dame. Go cheer on the Friars on Senior Day.
Last week, the women's soccer team had a huge victory as they were able to hold off Connecticut 2-1. The victory puts the Friars in the first round of the Big East as the 4th seed in the American Division. When senior Laura DiClemente was fouled in front of the net, she was rewarded with a penalty kick and capitalized, tying the game at 1 apiece. In the final minute, DiClemente was once again able to find the back of the net as she scored the game-winning goal from 20 yards out off of a deflection from a corner kick. The Friars will host Rutgers in the first round of the Big East tournament on Thursday, October 27th at 2 p.m.
The women's ice hockey team opened up Hockey East play this weekend, splitting a pair of games at Vermont. The Friars won 4-3 on Saturday, receiving 2 goals from freshman Beth Hannaran. The winger scored the game goal with just 29 seconds remaining. Senior goaltender Genevieve Lacoste made 17 saves for her first win of the young season. On Friday, the Friars fell to the Catamounts 3-2 despite goals from freshman Allison Mills-Chelty and senior Laura Varanta. The Friars return to Schneider Arena this Friday, October 28th at 7 p.m. when they host Boston College. It'll be the first meeting between the two programs since the Hockey East semifinal last March, when BC edged the Friars in overtime 3-2. During that game, Lacoste stopped a career-best 58 shots.
This past weekend, the defending national champions of college hockey, Minnesota Duluth, took on PC men's hockey team. The Friars did not pick up a victory against the champs, but were able to get a tie out of the team's 2 games. Even though the team did not pick up a victory, the team proved that they can skate with some of the top teams in the country and should be a team to watch as the season moves along.
The swimming and diving team participated in the Husky Invitational on Saturday, October 22nd in Storrs and New Britain, Connecticut. Freshmen Leah Federconi and Kelly O'Neill each met the Big East Championship qualifying standards for 2 events. Federconi timed in at 1:07.97 in the 100-yard breaststroke and 2:30.13 in the 200-yard breaststroke, while O'Neill timed in at 1:01.21 in the 100-yard backstroke and 2:12.02 in the 200-yard backstroke. The Friars return to the pool for their home opener Saturday, November 5th, when they host the Seton Hall Pirates at 2 p.m.
On to men's cross country. The 14th ranked team finished second of 7 teams at the Central Connecticut mini-meet this past Friday. Junior Alex Wallace won the meet with a time of 14:46, setting a new course record. Seniors Matt Terry and Corey Brunel finished 4th and 5th respectively, crossing in at 15:13 and 15:18. The team runs again on Saturday, October 29th at the Big East Championship in Louisville, Connecticut. Kentucky, not Connecticut.
I'm
Louisville
sorry,
is in
Angela.
Kentucky.
That is
Go
right.
right ahead.
Louisville is in Kentucky. Okay. The 7th-ranked women's cross-country team took the Central Connecticut University mini-meet in New Britain, Connecticut on Friday, October 21st, beating out 5 other teams. Senior Shelby Greeny finished first, and sophomore Emily Sisson finished second. Both Greeny and Sisson broke the course record previously set by senior Mary-Kate Champagne, as they each finished with a time of 10:06. The Friars will run on Saturday, October 29th at the Big East Championships in Louisville, Kentucky. There it is.
Last week, the women's field hockey team posted a 1-2 record. On October 18th, the Friars defeated the crosstown rivals of Brown University in an exciting overtime thriller. Freshman Steph Guglielmo scored the game-winning goal just over 10 minutes into the overtime session. The team could not find their winning ways when they traveled to Louisville as they lost to both Louisville 6-0 and number 19 Indiana 6-2. Providence will conclude its season with back-to-back home games against Georgetown on October 29th and then against UMass on October 30th at 2 p.m.
The volleyball team won their only match of the week 3-1 against crosstown rival Bryant University on Wednesday, October 29th, in their last non-conference match of the season. The seniors led the way for the Friars as Carly Morrison controlled the match, picking up 40 assists, while Lauren Fletcher and Lauren Hendel led the Friars with 11 and 9 kills, respectively. The Friars resume their conference schedule this Friday, October 28th, when they travel to Hartford to face the Hawks. The Friars return home on Friday, November 4th, to host Binghamton at 7 p.m.
Now on to college, our team's basketball. This past weekend, PC men's basketball team held its annual Fan Fest and Mal Brown game. The Mal Brown game is an intra-squad scrimmage that saw the white shirt team defeat the black shirt team by a score of 44-38. The leading scorer in the Fun Field contest was freshman LaDante Henton as he scored 18 points. He was 4 for 4 from three-point territory, showing everyone that the big man can shoot the three. The scrimmage was a warm-up for the Friars as they took on Assumption on Tuesday night for their season tip-off. Prior to the game, the NCAA ruled that freshman Kiwi Gardner is ineligible to play games this season. PC will appeal this decision and hopes that Gardner will be able to get onto the court. As for the game, the Friars defeated Assumption by a score of 64-51. LaDante Henton and Vincent Council both had 14 points, while Bryce Cotton had 16 points. Junior Bilal Dixon sparked the team with his aggressive play coming off of the bench. The Friars hit the court next Saturday as they host UMass Lowell at the Dunkin' Donuts Center at 7 p.m.
In NBA news, the league is still in a lockout. The NBA players and team owners are currently discussing a salary cap or heavy taxes on salaries instead. The sides most recently met for 3 days with a federal mediator before talks broke down after players said owners insisted they commit to a 50-50 split of revenues before any further discussions about the salary cap system could continue. Though staffs from the sides have met since, no full bargaining sessions have been held, and the NBA is expected to announce soon that more games will be canceled. It seems that only time will tell when this NBA lockout will end.
The World Series is about to come to an end, and it features the Texas Rangers only needing one more victory to pick up their first ever World Series championship. This past Sunday night, with the series tied 2-2, Mike Napoli came to the plate with the bases loaded and his team down 2-1. Prior to this, Tony La Russa brought in lefty Mark Resachimsky to face David Murphy with runners on first and second. Obviously, he was looking for a ground ball double play. However, Murphy hit a soft ground ball that deflected off Resachimsky's leg, and all runners were safe, thus resulting in bases loaded for Mike Napoli. It now seemed that Tony La Russa would bring in a right-handed pitcher to face the righty Mike Napoli, but this did not happen. Resachimsky threw a curveball, and Napoli tattooed it into the right center field gap, clearing the bases and giving his team a 4-2 lead, which would end up being the final score. The main topic coming out of this play of events was the miscommunication between the Cardinals dugout and the bullpen, as the bullpen apparently did not hear Tony La Russa ask for closer Jason Mott to warm up alongside Resachimsky. So when La Russa wanted a righty to face Napoli, he did not have anyone in the bullpen to face him. This simple miscommunication might have cost the Cardinals the World Series. Game 6 will be Wednesday night in St. Louis, as the Cardinals hope to force a decisive Game 7 in their home ballpark.
In NHL news, the Bruins lost to the Sharks 4-2 on Sunday. The Bruins scored twice in the third but still fell short to San Jose. Their next match is on Thursday, October 27th at 7 p.m. versus the Canadiens.
The Chicago Cubs introduced Theo Epstein as their president of baseball operations on Tuesday. hoping that he can end the championship drought the way he did for the Boston Red Sox. The Cubs haven't won a title in over 103 years and haven't been to the World Series since 1945. The 37-year-old left the Red Sox organization with a year left on his contract as general manager. The compensation pact for Theo has not been finalized, but Commissioner Bud Selig gave the team a November 1st deadline before he steps in to resolve the matter. Under Theo's guidance, the Red Sox won 839 games while losing 619 in the regular season, and were 34-23 in postseason play. He acquired stars such as David Ortiz, Curt Schilling, Jason Bay, and Adrian Gonzalez, though he will be remembered for bringing in highly priced players who fell really short, including Daisuke, John Lackey, and this year Carl Crawford. But Epstein also has a history for making smart draft moves, as he picked Jacoby Ellsbury, Dustin Pedroia, and Clay Buchholz, who surely will be stars in the future. His tenure ended poorly in Boston when the Red Sox collapsed in September and missed the playoffs for the second consecutive season. Theo now tries to jumpstart the Cubs organization in hopes that they will return to their greatness in prior years.
Thank you for joining us here at the Friar Sports Desk. That's all we have for today.
See you all next week, and let's go Friars.
That was interesting. See ya. Yeah, he is.
Cubs. The worst team in baseball.